Rob, and we're doing the news here live from Cannes, and I'm so lucky to have Leigh Freund, who is the CEO of the NAI and a partner of ours. Hey, Leigh, great to see you.
Hi, great to see you too, Rob.
Yeah, thanks for doing this.
Yeah, thank you for talking to me.
Yeah, and how's your Cannes been going so far?
Cannes is great. It's the first time I've been here. It was never a justifiable expense because privacy wasn't really on everybody's radar at this particular event, and now it is. So now it's time to really dig into these interesting conversations around privacy and how it's going to help marketers and brands instead of hurt them.
And it's a great launching off point for us because we can announce that we're working together again during the Brand Safety Summit, educating people in a couple of different formats, and that's really cool too.
I'm really excited. We started this last year as kind of a trial, and I think it was successful, and I think brand safety and privacy go together like peanut butter and jelly, so I'm thrilled to be working with you and thrilled to bring the message to marketers.
Yeah, thank you. No, it's exciting. And there's really so many different places the conversation could expand. And certainly protection of data is such an important one. And that leads us to one of the topics that we're talking about. As we continue to expand the platform, of course, we talk about brand safety. We start to expand to digital safety, which is even a larger umbrella. One of the things that we're asking and we're thinking about right now is it the right time now for brands to be talking to their customers about what they're doing? And so many times we talk amongst ourselves, but when is the right time to kind of take that conversation to the consumer directly?
Yeah, it's a really good question, and I think the time is now. So one of the reasons that I decided that this was a justifiable expense this year was to to talk to marketers more about how they talk about privacy and how to talk about it as a challenge or as an opportunity, not as a challenge or something to be afraid of or something that's simply a legal conversation. So, and I think that talking about privacy as a brand safety asset is a really good way to do that. And I think that marketers we need to help marketers in two ways. One is to educate marketers on what's really going on with privacy and how it is affecting their businesses. There are real obligations now on brands and marketers and publishers as a result of all of the new state laws, at least in the United States and globally. And so I think there are some real changes taking place, and I think those changes can be an opportunity. And the second thing that I think we have to do is align the marketing messages. The marketing messages to consumers is we care about your data and we are respectful of your privacy. But then the same message to marketers, B2B, can't be, we can find every person, every place, anywhere, anytime, and serve them the exact right ad. Right? Those two messages, you lose credibility on both sides if those are your message points. So you need to align those better. And so I think there's some real work that we can do with marketers and brands to help those messages be more aligned so that privacy is a pillar of what they're offering both consumers and their business partners.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, how you ask the question is really important. Like, I've used this example before. If you ask a group of people, hey, do you care about digital safety? People might not raise their hand.
Right.
If you ask the same people, hey, do you care about how much time your child spends on social media platform? Everybody raise their hand.
Yeah.
And they're both similar questions, but they're framed very differently. So how do you come up with a question around data protection that gets everybody to raise their hand?
Yeah, I think it's really interesting, and I think when you talk about digital safety, that's an umbrella that sits over privacy. There's privacy, but there's also, we're worried about our kids and what they're doing on social media. We're worried about the addiction of being on the internet all the time. We're worried about predators, right? So we're worried about a lot of things, and privacy is a big component of that discussion. And I would say that if you talk to kids nowadays, they care less about privacy than some of the others that you might be talking to. But it is nevertheless an important component of the way we talk to consumers and the way we use their data. It's as I said before, the new onslaught of laws are bringing real obligations to change our business models in significant ways. And that is, we're here talking about, we're here at a festival of creativity, and I think it's really, it would be a really good opportunity to be creative about the way we invent technology that protects people's data.
Yeah.
We're an industry that's smart enough to invent great and creative ways to use data respectfully.
Yeah, well, great conversation. I love talking about this stuff there's plenty of time to talk about the nitty gritty of the laws and regulations, the
Sure.
technology, all that kind of stuff. But here in Cannes, we could talk about how to message this right.
Absolutely.
And we'll have those other conversations in November or other places.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thank
Good
you.
stuff. That's the news.